Welcome to the Editor's Note Comics Podcast.
Nobody's walking out on this fun old-fashioned family Christmas. No, we're all in this together.
Central Maine's best comics podcast, by default.
Fragile. It must be Italian.
Here are your hosts, Zach and Jared.
I didn't know you had elves working here.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. It's a podcast. You're listening to it now. It's come out on Turkey Day, unless you're a Patreon member, and you should be. Give us that money. Podcast.
Best is probably my favorite holiday, hands down. I
really?
love Christmas. Thanksgiving is probably my favorite holiday.
I mean, we've been over this many a time. I'm a Halloween man myself.
I know you are. I mean,
why?
I don't know. I love the food. There's football. It's family. And the thing about it
is someone playing on? Who's playing Thursday?
There's like 3 teams that play on. There's 3 games on Thursday. I can't remember off the
There's
top of
no
my head.
basketball. I can tell, or not basketball. I'm
No,
interested in
but
at least.
What I really like about Thanksgiving too is it's not as like highly commercialized as Christmas. Like there's more value in it, I think.
Did you see the Saturday Night Live bit where like they were making up a
The Thanksgiving song that was hilarious. I thought the funniest.
I think she stabbed me.
Guys, I'm bleeding. You know the best sketch on that was the NASA sketch.
Yeah, that one
when he breaks the monkey's
frozen
arm.
monkey.
He's like,
yes.
oh my god, that was
Steve Carell's amazing.
It was so stupid, but it was Kate McKinnon kept hitting her head off that window.
It was great.
It was a good SNL.
Let's just talk about things that we. There was a couple skits that fell so flat like that.
The dad sketch,
the space Thanksgiving one. I
fell asleep before that.
A smile. And the rap, the Ruth Bader Ginsburg rap.
Yeah, that was kind of.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few that fell
No,
flat, but that's typical.
I
for
feel
SNL.
like the SNL music stuff, like when they used to do like the digital shorts. That's
basically
kinda,
every time Pete Davidson comes on, I'm like, oh, so it's not going to be funny.
Yeah, when Andy Samberg was left the cast, the digital shorts when they had Lonely Island working with them.
Boy, and they played him up so hard in the premiere because he was in the news a bunch with the Ariana Grande stuff. But since they broke up, oh good, so now he's not funny and not relevant.
Hey,
hooray! Pete Davidson.
Sucks to suck.
Yeah, he does have butthole eyes. Look that up. That was a thing.
Butthole eyes.
You can look that up. It's okay. We'll take a moment. I'll cut out any empty spaces in the podcast. Pretend like you looked it up instantly.
Through the power of internet osmosis. Just Pete Davidson butthole eyes.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Make sure I get eyes in there because I don't want Pete Davidson butthole. Does Pete Davidson have butthole eyes? Barstool Sports. Ariana Grande defends Pete Davidson's butthole eyes.
I told you it was real.
Wow. Ugh. This is back from August, though, when they were still together.
I refuse to forgive it.
He kind of looks like he wants to be like a homeless Joker. By the way, we're keeping a promise, a long-held promise today on the show, whenever you're listening.
Oh, yeah. Finally.
Yes. Because later on this show, well, you're just going to have to wait and find out.
I mean, they saw the episode description. No one just didn't click on this with no knowledge. They're just like, ooh, a new one.
The Star Wars special.
Holiday special.
40-year
anniversary, baby.
And now we got it.
You know what I truly thought?
I want to promote this on Twitter. I'm going to take a picture of the podcasting device and the microphone.
You can.
And then be like, coming up this week.
You're taking a picture of the microphone that's not being used for
anything. Matter. People don't know that.
I just told them. The Zoom and a microphone that's set up for interviews over Skype.
Oh, good. I got a picture of the cat on the. Oh no! This one did it get the cat on there?
I don't know. We're not watching basketball.
No, this says Ace has your tickets. That's fine. People are gonna know that you're watching basketball during the show. But anyway.
Oh, so you're not?
No,
You're not gonna.
I'll glance.
Spend
I'll
an
peek.
eye over there.
I'll shoot a wayward glance at it. Sure.
Whatever. This has been a long workaround. This is our intro. I guess now let's just go into the news so we can stop yammering.
Happier news this week.
Yeah.
Before we get started, does anyone want to get out?
It's time for the news.
All right, the theme played. So, first up, Once Upon a Deadpool had its first trailer.
It's funny.
Why are you shrugging? It's hilarious. I love that they got Fred Savage.
Well, I love that they got him redecorated the whole Princess Bride set.
Yeah, it looks great.
And they have like the old Cheetos bag and
I also love how
but he also has
self-aware.
it taped down like in Misery.
It's but it's so self-aware. It's not a Marvel movie. It's a Fox Marvel movie. It's a great trailer. I'm not going to go see it in theaters. I probably won't Redbox it, but boy, will I YouTube those clips.
Yeah.
I'm not going to.
I loved your working up.
That was great. It's a great looking trailer. I'm not going to give them any money, even though if you want to go see the Once Upon a Deadpool movie in theaters, you will be giving money to Ryan Reynolds' charity Fuck Cancer. So
Yeah.
maybe go see it or be like me and don't and just YouTube it later. I'm going to YouTube it later.
And then donate to the charity.
You're lying. I know you. I know you're lying.
I did buy one of those meal in a boxes at Hannaford, though.
You do that. You do
Yeah.
that every year, and I don't fully understand it, but I do give it to charities.
What's wrong with it? What do you mean you don't fully understand it?
Oh, I'm like, if you already have the food boxed up, what's the point of me paying for it? It's already done.
No, it's like paying to box the food. It's offsetting the cost.
I understand that, but I don't care because it's a corporation.
It's the nice thing to do.
I give money to charities when I get drunk.
The bartender's tip jar is not a charity.
Some people, when they get drunk, they send like texts to their exes. I get drunk and I charity. It's
Wow.
like, this could use my money.
That's not how that works.
It's what I do. I don't know what to tell you. I get drunk in charity. So aside from the Deadpool trailer, there was also an Aquaman trailer, the final Aquaman trailer. And boy, did it change my opinion on this movie.
Did it really?
Not in the slightest. I'm
You're
still going to see it.
They
Yeah.
still got your money.
I still think it looks pretty good.
I'm pumped. I'm all in.
And we got more Willem Dafoe in this one. We got the same shot of Dolph Lundgren. It is the season of Lundgren, baby.
It
and
is
It
the
hasn't been
winter
that
of
since
Lundgren.
the 80s. But yeah, Aquaman has another trailer. I'm going to see it anyway. It looks great, so I don't really care. But I'm glad they're all done with trailers because I feel like I know enough going in that I don't want to know more.
Yeah, I think there's so much excitement behind
And
it.
this trailer
It looks good.
It didn't add anything really to the story in this trailer, so I think we're in a good place. Guardians of the Galaxy 3, they're circling the drain for a director, possibly Travis Knight.
Really?
You don't know who that is. In all fairness, I didn't either.
Okay. I'm pretending I knew.
Travis Knight, he was the guy who directed Kubo and the Two Strings. I never saw it, but I'm told it's amazing and one of the best things ever with stop motion, and he's also directing the upcoming Bumblebee movie, which looks good, but I won't see it on principle. At least not until Redbox. I'll probably Redbox it. But I skipped at least one or two of the last Transformers movies. I don't even know anymore.
I can't remember the last time I watched a Transformers movie.
I saw 4, and 4 was the one that put me over the edge. I paid like $1.20 before Redbox was a little bit higher, and I was like, I hate every second of this. So if I missed one, if I missed 2, I don't even know. I'm not up to date.
I don't care.
But yeah, so he's the guy who directed the most recent Transformers movie, which looks legitimately good based on the trailers. Kubo and the Two Strings got nothing but insane praise from critics and everyone. So yeah, for a guy I know nothing about, I wish I could say more to it, but I don't really know anything, so it's kind of hard to speak on it. But I at least want to go, yeah, get someone, because boy, that's in limbo.
That needs some.
Get someone who has some fun in their repertoire. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., show that I think should have been canceled after season 5 because it was strong, and it's a show that didn't get good until the 4th season, has been renewed for an additional season after this season hasn't even happened. Season 6 is going to be next summer, and they've been renewed for season 7 beyond that. I was like, you've been crap for a while.
No win.
But
no
I mean,
tap out.
They got good though. I just want them to end on a good note. I've been on this rickety ship for 5 seasons. 3 of them sucked, and they ended really strong. And they also said they wrote it as a potential series finale, and I totally see that. And I really wish it wasn't. Now they've been renewed for an additional season. Season 6 is something really short, like 8 or 13 episodes or something in that span. I should have looked it up. I didn't. But 2 more seasons of this show.
It's not getting any better.
That's probably the issue. It got good. End with your best foot forward.
I feel like,
or it's not. That's not an option anymore.
I feel like we have this discussion yearly. Like, you know what? It's time for it to end. Oh, it got good. You brought me back in. Just when I was out, they pulled me back in.
Oh, that's a crappy movie. Except for that one line, but a bunch of cousins do each other.
Yeah, Vincent, will you shut up?
I don't remember that line.
That was right before he had his stroke, his diabetic stroke.
When he drops the orange at the end, and at that point it's parody and it's hilarious.
Yeah,
and it's not supposed to be funny, but it is. Like, yeah, no, I get it. Every time there's fruit, someone dies.
That was a lot of us need money. Francis, please help us out.
Whatever. So yeah, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is coming back for 2 more years. I wish it was done because it ended really well. And I don't have enough faith in this show that had more bad episodes than good. Have you heard of a man named Lex Luthor? Alexander Luthor? A ginger himself who had his hair burned off by Superman in some origins.
Oh,
in a scientific accident.
Jesse Eisenberg?
That's Lex Luthor Jr. He doesn't count. But in the CW era of I think they call it the Flareoverse. It's like Flash and Arrow, even though there's now Supergirl and Black Lightning, and Legends of Tomorrow, and a Batgirl show, whatever. The Flareoverse. They have cast John Cryer as Lex Luthor, who will be appearing on Supergirl.
Okay.
I'm good nothing reaction. I'm all about it. He played Lenny Luthor in Superman 4.
The bell can't be unrung. Ding, 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 ding.
Uh,
No, I saw you tweet about that. So like, you're like, it makes sense, you know?
I mean, that show is all about bringing back old actors. They brought like Dean Cain back, and they brought whatever the actress who played Supergirl was in that terrible 80s movie.
Oh, that was a very bad movie.
Yeah, that's a real crap movie. I've seen it once, and I don't need to see it again.
Not the worst thing you've watched recently, though.
No. I mean, they brought a bunch of Smallville actors back. They brought back people from Lois and Clark and all that crap. But yeah, I mean, bringing back
Lois
one
and
more.
Clark was a good show.
And I've seen some people kind of push back on it, but the reality is most comedic actors have a dramatic turn in them. Comedy is one of the hardest things to do, and most comedic actors can do drama. And also, John Cryer is super bald. Look it up. Do like John Cryer on Conan. There's this great bit. It's from a few years back where he's like, "Yeah, all this hair, this is just spray painted on." He like gets a camera over his head. He's like, "This is 100% fake. I have no hair." He's the most honest actor I've ever seen about his baldness. He's like, "This is all makeup. I don't have hair." So getting bald John Cryer in there doing a dramatic turn, coming from Lenny Luthor to Lex Luthor, I'm all about it for a show that I'm not watching anymore. I'll watch the crossover probably.
Yeah, maybe watch the Lenny Luthor.
Yeah, they're not even bad shows. I'm just a man with a limited amount of time.
Yeah, there's only so many hours in the day.
I'm, air quotes, only watching one show right now, and I haven't even seen it this season.
What show is that?
The Simpsons. I tried to watch the premiere. It gets recorded on YouTube TV, and it got preempted by football, so I haven't even watched anything.
So it got screwed up.
I haven't watched anything yet this season, because the first episode got screwed up, and I got pissed off.
Oh. Well, I mean, that's the one problem about YouTube TV. It's not smart DVR.
Yeah.
It just goes by time block. But you know what? It's not bad, all said.
What else we got? In the Birds of Prey movie, it's going to have Harley Quinn, the Huntress, someone else, I don't remember. But they have confirmed Cassandra Cain will be in the movie. Who's Cassandra Cain, you ask?
Who is Cassandra
You
Cain?
don't know.
No, that's what I'm asking. Who's Cassandra Cain?
She was one of the Batgirls.
I knew that.
She was after Stephanie Brown. She was Batgirl.
Testing you.
Yeah, thanks. And then when the New 52 happened, they got rid of her, and they have brought her back as a different character called Orphan. But yeah, Cassandra Cain is going to be in Birds of Prey. Will Batman be in this movie? Because they have so many Batman tangential characters. Who knows? I mean, Affleck's out of rehab, but does he care about Batman?
No.
Probably not.
I don't know. Maybe this is his life change. Maybe this is his Robert Downey Jr. moment.
Maybe he's like, I need to get him the good graces with my kids somehow.
Ooh.
I know, I'm a bad man.
Ooh, you are a bad man.
Hey, here's the thing.
Yep.
Daredevil was canceled.
Shocking.
And then there was a 5-part series that we talked about last week or the week before. I don't remember. Like The Death of Daredevil, End of Days, something along those lines. I don't know or care. But after that, in February, Chip Zdarsky will be relaunching Daredevil after a whole no time off.
I'm just stretching.
I see that.
Don't mind me.
Zdarsky came up in Marvel a couple of years ago, mostly being the comedy guy, but he's taken over a couple of books within the last year and a half. He did Peter Parker, Spectacular Spider-Man, and Marvel 2-in-1. And a guy who came up being like the funny guy, he's become one of my favorite writers. Like, he understands character, he understands moments in a big way. So him doing Daredevil, I'm like, yeah, 100%, have him do it. He's weird.
You've had some big tweets about stuff though this week. Like you've mentioned your excitement about one of the new comics. You said the writing was really good and it really surprised.
Oh yeah,
the new Batman.
Yeah, that was the Batman Who Laughs. Just because for big titles coming up, I usually get PDFs of stuff, but I mean they watermark the hell out of it. So
yeah,
like, I can't wait to read all of it because there's some like word balloons I physically can't see just because my account number with Diamond is just like plastered in front of it. I'm like,
but
I bet this word balloon was important. I don't know.
Could be something.
I mean, yeah, so yeah, Batman Who Laughs, that's coming up.
But you said you liked it.
Yeah, quite a bit. But yeah, Chip Zdarsky taking over Daredevil. I mean, he really understands characters in a big way, aside from being like a super goofy guy on Twitter and super goofy with some of his books. But when he gets kind of a more serious title, he's really good. So I really like him taking over the title of Daredevil. What else we got? Hulkverines. That's a book that's coming.
What, Hulkverines?
Hulkverines.
I don't like it.
Oh, you should love it. There's this one character, Weapon H, that's a mashup of Wolverine and the Hulk, and also Wolverine and the Hulk are going to be in the book. It's written by Greg Pak, who did World War Hulk and Planet Hulk, and he's been doing a couple current things, and he's doing Firefly and James Bond and John Wick and all this other stuff. He's a great writer, and this is a goofy-ass title, so I am all about Hulkverines. That's the thing that's coming. Greg Pak's really good, so, get on board.
The Hulk with an adamantium skull seems like it's unfair.
100%.
Like, it's
100%.
It's even more unfair. Like, he's already invincible. Is there, like, such a thing as invincible or
Oh, yeah. The Weapon H, man. That's where it's at, where the Hulk and Wolverine and some other Weapon X characters have all been mashed together. Yeah, so I'm all about it. I mean, he's one of my favorites, so do it. Do Hulkverines. It will be weird and fun.
Who's going to beat them?
The Hulk or Wolverine. Hey, Cyclops is dead, but maybe he's not dead anymore. Wolverine's dead, but he's not anymore. And in Uncanny X-Men 11 or 12, one of those two, I don't remember, they are going to be teaming up in the last X-Men title.
Really?
Uncanny is going to be, it's already started, it's going to be weekly for 10 weeks, and then they're going to monthly. But yeah, if you want to see what's up with Cyclops, since he died, I don't know, 2 years ago, he hasn't been in the ground that long.
No, the body's still warm.
Rigor mortis hits him pretty quick.
Oh, well. I mean,
it does.
He's a mutant.
That's the news.
It's good news.
All good news all the time. So from there, should we do one of those, what's your love life up to?
I mean, there's not much.
Okay, great.
I'm going to Thanksgiving at my mom's without anybody. I mean, it's not going to be me and my mom. There'll be family, but I'm not
no
bringing...
dates this week?
No dates. No.
Date last week?
No.
Date the week after Thanksgiving?
One, you never know.
Ooh. Okay, we're moving on to Jared Sports Reports.
He's running down the middle by the 50. He's at the 30. Bare-chested. The guy is drunk, but there he goes. Oh, and they tackle him at the 40-yard line.
It's time for another Jared Sports Report.
What's happening with sports? Who cares? What's the thing?
People more likely to score.
Jesus.
Professional athletes.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Fathering children left, right, and center.
Let's see. Not much really for local sports. The Bruins are Bruining. The Celtics are Celticing.
Oh, there's news there, baby.
Well, they demoted, quote unquote, Gordon Hayward to be a bench player and be the first off the bench.
Just for one game, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, so that's not really news. That's just it's a lineup
Maybe the
change.
Toronto Raptors, Toronto, who's been first in the East.
Yeah, well.
And then played the Utah Jazz and lost miserably. It was a sad, sad game.
And they're trailing Charlotte, and a man seems to be dead.
Great. We're not watching basketball.
The Patriots were off this week. Joey Logano won the Monster Cup Energy Series.
That sounds awful. I don't know what that is.
Monster Energy Cup. It's NASCAR.
But just you said Monster Energy.
You've never had a Monster Energy drink?
Never once.
You should try it just once. I'd like to see you on an energy drink. I think it would be $10, and I'll buy you the energy drink.
I drink enough caffeine. I had a couple.
It also has taurine and 3,000% of the vitamin B12 and riboflavin. Actually, that's the same thing, but still.
I had 2 cups of coffee today. What more do you want?
I want you to drink a Monster Energy drink.
I had coffee.
This
is me on coffee.
Just once for me. I'll buy you the energy drink.
Sounds disgusting.
Come on, you've made me drink worse things.
You won't drink hard liquor.
Listen, I know what I like. I like beer. I did go down to the new tasting room in Winthrop.
We have a tasting room?
Yeah, there's a new place, a new brewery in Winthrop. I almost
Where?
texted you. It was like a spur of the moment thing the other night. You know where Paris Farmers used to be?
Yeah.
It's right there. It's called
I didn't know there was a used to be.
Vandenbrew.
They're gone?
Oh, they've moved to across town, over by where the car wash is.
Oh.
Paris. That was years ago. The hell you been?
I haven't been there in years.
You know the post office burnt down, right? You've been down. You've been downtown since. Okay, but it's where the mobile post office is. It's right next to.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, they make all their own beer. I got the honey brown. Wasn't bad. I thought about texting you, but it was the night it opened, and I stopped in on my way home from a football banquet, and it took forever to get a drink because they had 3 people working the bar. And the beer was good, but it just
weird. I have to check that out.
Yeah, well, we can go. They cater out their food. They had a taco truck or something.
They still open?
They're open Friday, Saturday, or Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I believe.
Well, we can't go.
No, not tonight. We got a show to do. Maybe we'll go this weekend. But no, that's it really for the Jared Sports Reports and apparently the beer forecast.
Celtics are inconsistent to say the least. I hope they trade Hayward. That's my take.
I don't think they're going to trade Hayward. They spent too much money on him. And
That's the problem.
They're going to get
cut
somebody.
your losses.
Yeah. Well, then they're going to have to pay for him. They're going to have to pay some team some cash or like pay for part of his contract while he's with them.
I mean, Draymond Green's getting into arguments. Carmelo Anthony isn't on a team. There's all kinds of NBA drama. After a 10-game series with the Rockets, they're like, Or was it 13? 10 or 13? I don't remember. Whatever. You done with that?
Yes.
Then let's just move on. Let's do the thing we're here to talk about. 3 years in the making. It is time. On the 40th anniversary eve.
We've been waiting. This was on purpose.
Yeah.
We waited for the 40th anniversary to do this.
I was honestly convinced Stan was going to die this week. I was wrong. He died last week.
You backed the wrong horse there, Johnny.
It is finally time to talk about the Star Wars Holiday Special. And it'll be the reviews theme, I guess. Review theme!
Now might be a really good time for you to get angry.
That's my secret. I'm always angry.
It's time for an Editor's Note podcast review.
It was one of them. Was it the Captain America one? Was it the Wolverine one? I don't know. I haven't edited it yet.
I don't know. You took a lot of notes.
I didn't take that many notes compared to my thoughts.
Yeah, you got varied and many thoughts. This was...
I live texted you while I was watching
Oh my
it.
God, it was hilarious.
I could have done a deeper dive onto how this happened, why this happened. I know George Lucas has tried to shut it down as much as possible.
It's like it never existed.
What are problems with it? It opens with Han and Chewie in the Millennium Falcon. Boy, they have taken the sets down between 1977 and 1978 because that ain't the Falcon.
No, it's a loner. Falcon's getting some work done.
And we have all this reused footage from A New Hope because this happens in 78, so it's after 77 when New Hope comes out, before Empire in 1980. So any kind of like space battle stuff is recycled footage. And then it gets real weird real fast. It's like Star Wars, the holiday special. I'm like, oh yeah, you remember that voiceover from Star Wars?
There wasn't one.
Yeah, exactly.
Sounded like the toy, like the Hasbro, the Kenner toy guy.
And then everyone gets a credit. It's like Mark Hamill as Luke Skywalker, Harrison Ford as Han Solo, R2-D2 as R2-D2. I'm like, what of Kenny Baker?
Yeah.
You totally snubbed Kenny Baker.
This
who
this
was R2-D2
This
in
could have like really screwed the Star Wars franchise. Like it could have ended it.
Harrison Ford hates this. I mean, it just...
I don't think you're going to find anyone involved with it that likes it.
No, I can't imagine. Maybe Joe Johnson, who did the animated bit. We'll get to that, though. I mean, it all focuses around Chewbacca's family.
Which, okay, he has a family. That's nice.
Lumpy and his wife Mala. I haven't seen
By
Solo
the way,
since it came out. Is Mala in that weird Wookiee slave camp? I don't remember.
Yeah, I remember it was like
he like touches foreheads with someone, but I don't remember
also,
specifically enough.
Is that not the dumbest name ever?
Lumpy?
Yeah.
And his dad Itchy, it sounds like STDs.
Ugh.
It's all lumpy and itchy.
Ugh, now that you say it like that.
This movie's an
hairy,
STD.
lumpy, and itchy.
The Wookiees do some stuff together, but it's all just Wookiees talking Wookiee to each other. No subtitles, no nothing. It's just like 15 minutes of grunting of a starved bear who had honey shoved in front of its face.
This isn't the Christopher Robin movie.
No, that's how they got the noise. They starved a bear and put, like, honey in front of it. He's like, oh. So, whenever you hear Chewbacca speak, feel sad that a bear was starved for that.
Well, the bear got the honey eventually.
He's dead now.
Well,
true story.
So was the dog that played Lassie.
But all they do in this movie is watch other things. There's a weird baking show. There's a weird infomercial on how to fix something.
Oh, it's terrible.
Breaking down robot. Art Carney just keeps walking through because he's friends with Chewbacca's family. Also, the first instance of the term Han versus Han.
Yeah.
Art Carney's like, Han Solo. I'm like, oh, good. So it's not just Billy D. Williams who can't pronounce it.
That's my friend up there.
Han and Chewie are fighting off TIE fighters, except they don't have anyone at the gun turrets, even though they showed the gun turret shooting, which also the Falcon sucks as a ship for battle because you just can't control the lasers from the cockpit. You have to be at those turrets, but they do show the turrets firing without anyone there, unless they picked up someone on the way.
Would you say this was a worse holiday special than the Turtles holiday special we watched?
No, the Turtles is still probably the worst.
Remember, they're all trying to celebrate Life Day, which is never explained.
Chewbacca's father, Itchy, Art Carney literally gives him VR porn to watch.
Yeah. Also,
it's not short either. It goes on.
It does go for a while.
3 to 4 minutes.
But George Lucas's name isn't anywhere near this. Like,
he had some creative input from my understanding. Like the whole Wookiees not having subtitles thing like that was all him.
I'm looking up some of the names of the people. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the eccentric formed alien cook, Chef Gourmanda.
Where a man plays a woman who's a robot. I don't understand that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they're near Kashyyyk.
I mean, it must be on Kashyyyk.
Yeah.
Because there's a Ralph McQuarrie painting where they just keep using as the exterior shot, but it's just a painting and it's obviously a painting. So, in the middle of it, Chewbacca's son, Lumpy, watches an animated short, which is probably the highlight. It introduces Boba Fett for the first time.
That's the first time Boba Fett.
Technically, even though if you watch the special editions now, you can see Boba Fett in footage that they shot that was never used. But we get our first Boba Fett. But he watches an episode of a show which is all about Han and Luke and Chewie with a weird elongated Han Solo face. It doesn't make any sense, but he literally watches a TV episode about the main Star Wars characters. So are these people that famous within this universe that they get their own animated show?
They blew up
because
the damn
that's
Death
what we're
Star.
told.
They blew up the damn Death Star, man.
Yeah, but now they get their own show that tells you that Boba Fett's evil.
Yes.
And I mean,
spoiler alert.
The weapon that Boba Fett uses in there, we've seen set photos of it being on the Mandalorian show that's coming up soon.
Don't forget the...
But they literally, Han and Luke have their own TV show in this. That's insane.
Good for them. Good for them.
I mean, I'm saying it's the highlight of this whole holiday special, but even so, it's not even great. It's pretty bad.
No, it's not very good. Also, the Imperial Stormtroopers show up. That was kind of cool.
Yeah, they don't do much. Chewbacca just walks in front of one of them and Han pushes him off a bridge.
But they also distract them by showing them a Jefferson Starship music video.
Oh yeah, because Jefferson Starship's in this. So a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away where there's a 3 to 4 minute Jefferson Starship music video for some reason. Also, they go to a sitcom called Life on Tatooine, which is unrehearsed and unedited, even though there's a bunch of camera angles in there, so it's definitely edited. And it's B. Arthur, who runs the Mos Eisley Cantina.
Well, you'll never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy.
She does fine until she has to sing a song.
Open mic night.
So they're like, do 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 do, because those assholes are still there. Also, Greedo's in there, and the guy that has a butt face that confronts Luke is there.
Yeah, he's missing his... Is he missing his arm?
The butt face guy didn't get his arm cut off. It was his other friend.
Oh, it was his buddy, yeah. Well, it's open mic. It was open mic night at the Mos Eisley Cantina.
Because they can't have another song there.
Yeah, because the Empire had curfew, and the song is called "Good Night but Not Goodbye." Is what she sings.
I hated it. There's this whole subplot of this sexually aggressive guy who's like, hey, remember when we were together? And she keeps on pouring him alcoholic drinks into the top of his head because that's where he drinks from, including times where it's just clearly an empty pitcher that they're putting into this weird wig.
Yeah.
But he grabs her a bunch of times and it's real weird, and she kicks everyone out. He's like, oh, now it's just you and me. And then it cuts away. And apparently this was a backdoor pilot to try and get this weird Mos Eisley show kicked off that never happened.
Don't forget the Tree of Life at the end.
We're not there.
Oh,
yet.
we forgot about the part where Lumpy confuses and boondoggles all of the Imperial Stormtroopers.
Well, Lumpy also sees a Starlog update. So I guess we're ripping off Star Trek now in this world.
Yes.
Where they Starlog update. What does that have to do with Star Wars? When has there ever been anything like that? Oh, I know. Kirk style. Captain's log, but it's a star log. Chewbacca shows up, doesn't kill a stormtrooper for some reason, just walks right in front of his gun. Then Han throws him off a bridge. And then there's this emergency call that's like, what happened to our stormtrooper? And Art Carney gets on the phone. He's like, yeah, he stole our stuff and ran away. And they're like, we will never look into this. Thank you for the information.
Oh, you also forgot the guy at the Mos Eisley Cantina who drinks by pouring it into the top of his head?
That was the sexual offender that I was talking about. It was the guy who just kept on grabbing B. Arthur.
Well, I'm pulling up some of the cartoon stills.
The Han Solo one looks the weirdest.
You know what he looks like in this? He kind of looks like
a banana
John
without
Travolta.
eyes.
John Travolta.
He doesn't look great. Harrison Ford stops. He's only in this movie for maybe 3 minutes, and he really does not care about it.
Also, C-3PO also kind of has a mustache.
He throws Lumpy at Chewbacca. He's like, you're like family to me. Couldn't give a drier read if he tried to.
No.
And then they all get together for Life Day. Mark Hamill has a pound of makeup on his face.
Because he had that car accident.
Yeah, and boy, he looks like a porcelain doll. If you want to see some guy liner, boy, you got it here.
Harrison Ford's probably like, when can I go back to work on Indiana Jones?
And then Carrie Fisher, who is so high on cocaine,
sings about Life Day
to the Star Wars theme.
Also, let's not...
Yeah, that's another
glossing
3 to 4 minutes.
You're glossing over the biggest thing here.
Chewbacca wears a weird red robe.
They all do. The Wookiees are wearing clothes on Life Day.
It ain't great.
No, oh my God. Even like I can understand why it's so hard to find and why it's all in bootleg copy and they want it to disappear and go away. It damn near killed the franchise. There people have written articles about how it almost killed the Star Wars franchise.
I can understand, but man, it's not good. And I saw all this because it's the 40th anniversary, and I saw some people on Twitter be like, I saw this when it aired and I was a kid and it was so great. It was Star Wars on TV. I loved it. I loved Lumpy. I loved Mala. All this stuff. And when I went into this, I'm like, okay, let me go into this whole movie.
With a child's mindset?
With that aspect of, I've only seen Star Wars. Now there's Star Wars on TV. Doesn't that sound amazing? Because it does. If you pitch it to me like that, that sounds awesome. Like, I've only seen this thing once. I'm obsessed with it. And now you're giving me something more. And I don't even have to leave my home for it. That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
This is awful. But then the big question, what is Life Day?
We're never told. It's
just
explained.
a thing that Carrie Fisher sings about. They hold up some orbs. They sit around a table. But Chewbacca goes to it every year, and Han Solo has to get him there.
You would think like the Imperial Army would know, like, oh, it's Life Day. Let's go ahead and just hang out at Kashyyyk because at some point Chewbacca's gonna come home.
Well, it should be like that thing of a ceasefire on like Christmas.
That's
but
fair.
The Empire's all about like, no.
The Empire, you just really tried to pitch the Empire having a ceasefire or like doing the right thing.
Yeah. This is terrible. For as bad as you've heard it is, over like the years that the internet has just kicked this thing down.
I feel like
just truly beaten it. But if you haven't watched it,
you need to watch it.
No, I disagree.
I think it
thoroughly.
For the
it's
novelty of it, I think you need to just watch it just once. Just one time.
I've never seen it before. I will never watch this again. It is worse than you have been told. It's not entertaining. Like, the entertaining moments of like it's so bad.
See,
it doesn't even enter that realm of it's so bad it's good. It's just straight bad.
The problem that it ran whatever into, it's Star Wars on a TV budget. That's the problem. That's a big problem. The writing doesn't do it.
No one wants to be there.
No, but the writing doesn't do any favors. It's Star Wars on a TV budget, and most of your budget went to Mark Hamill, Harrison Ford, Carrie Fisher, and Chewbacca.
Peter Mayhew.
David Prowse was in it.
But that wasn't even really him. That was a deleted scene.
Yeah, there's no Darth Vader in this.
There are a couple of shots you've never seen before. There is some footage that we can only consider B-roll that was never used. In
B. Arthur roll? You're going to hit me. You're going to come over here and hit me. I feel like I'm in imminent danger.
Never watch this. It's terrible.
Am I wrong, though? It's Star Wars with bad writing on a TV budget.
I watched
and when
this
most of your
sober.
Budget, I mean,
that was my mistake.
Yes, it was. I don't think it wouldn't have been any better if you had watched it while drinking.
Sure, it was 11 in the morning, but boy,
when has that stopped you from drinking?
It was way too sober for this.
But again, when has 11 o'clock in the morning stopped you?
Weekdays?
I contend otherwise.
From there, never watched this. I hated every second of it. It's time for letters to the editors.
But it's still not as bad, like you said, as the Turtles one. Because you can see their sneakers. The rap.
Okay, now it's time for a letters theme.
Lot of questions, number one. Damn few answers.
Here's another one of your letters to the editors.
Make it so.
Oh, the internet was ablaze this week, and I have been asked more times than I'd care for. What do you think about the Bill Maher piece on Stan Lee?
Bill Maher is known for being inflammatory, and
the guy who used to do a show called Politically Incorrect.
Yes.
The guy who is most recently in the news for using the term house N-word in reference to himself is not exactly the guy that I would be overly concerned about.
Let's not forget that George Lucas once called Disney the slavers.
Yeah, he did. After he sold the property.
Yeah.
He didn't say house N-word, though.
No,
but
he didn't.
Bill Maher is fine doing that on national television.
Listen, Bill Maher he's not known for being correct. Like you said, he hosted Politically Incorrect.
He's not known for really... He likes to sell himself as an intellectual, but he likes to sell himself to a certain subsect of people who like to be perpetually offended and angry.
Yes. Or
he's not
or
my
be
kind of
offensive,
guy.
be the offendors. I feel like his take is off base. I think he takes it at the wrong angle. For those of you who don't know, he pretty much blasts comic books and even
He
almost
also
blames comic books for Donald Trump being president, which is not true
he
or
takes
accurate.
A primarily liberal media. He's like, it's comics' fault that Trump is
Well, no, because
around.
he's devaluing them and he's like treating them like kids' books. Like at some point, everyone has to grow up and listen. I mean,
just because he doesn't understand it. The reality is, is this is just one more uninformed opinion on the internet. And if you're not used to those,
because
what
he is doing is he's making a totally unfair equivalency between comic book readers and people who are super uber over the top with their cosplay, and like people who like try and live that life. I think that's the over the top. He's lumping everybody in. Like, say if you read comics, then you play Dungeons and Dragons every weekend. You're in your parents' basement. You know, have tape around your glasses.
He's an asshole. He's always been an asshole. If this is what's going to send you over the edge with Bill Maher, it shouldn't be the one. The House N-word one probably would be the one. I mean, he's uninformed. He loves to eat up this kind of negative attention. If you look at the comments on this versus anything else that he's put out in the last year, this has over 1,000 more than anything else he's done.
He's lumping the entire group into one stereotype, one kind of classic trope, like, oh, you read comic books, you must be, a pimple-faced nerd living in your parents' basement, which is not true. But he's making that equivalency, and I think part of it is he knows it's gonna get clicks, it's gonna fire people up, it's gonna get conversation going. Listen, I fully believe that he probably subscribes to the theory of, I don't care what they write about me as long as they're writing about me.
Yeah, I mean, Maher is very much a liberal guy, but I mean, I don't like him. I don't really like what he's about.
There are plenty of liberal people and conservative people alike that are likable and unlikable, and he just happens to be an unlikable guy.
He's generally an asshole. Don't give any thought to what he has to say on the topic. Just ignore it. And also, if you're new to this world, like if you have come into comics based on the movies and the popularity of that, get used to people taking pot shots. It's nothing new.
Yeah.
If you're into this medium, yeah, you got to get thicker skin than that. It doesn't
More importantly, don't let somebody, I've always subscribed to, like, don't let somebody else tell you what you should and shouldn't like.
And hey,
I mean, well,
you want to know how much Bill Maher's comments are going to affect sales?
0. They're going to boost them.
No, it's not going to boost them. It's not going to hurt them. It's not going to do anything.
No.
People are going to be pissed at it, or people are going to go, yeah, that's on my brain. But if I were to look at it, I would take the like Luke Skywalker scale of like Last Jedi of like, wow, every single word you just said is completely wrong. He's an asshole. Don't worry about it.
Let me, can I put an addendum on what I just said about don't let people tell you what you should and shouldn't like? Like, that's within reason. Like, use some common sense, people. Like, if you like murdering, don't. We don't know. No. But yeah, I mean.
He's an asshole. Don't worry about it. If you're really worried about people insulting something you like, get used to it.
Or just look up some Confiscate stuff.
If you want to really see people who deserve it.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean, it's one more uninformed opinion on the internet. Gosh, I've never seen one of those.
Well, that's what the internet's for. That's why Al Gore invented it.
Series of tubes.
Well, anyway, that's it for the show, isn't it?
Don't be a Bill Maher. If you're going to publicly speak out on something, at least try to be partially informed.
And if you really want to help us speak out and raise our platform, go to patreon.com/editorsnotecomics.
Damn right.
'Tis the season of giving. $1 gets you this show a whole day early. It also gets you the Buffy back issue bin a whole week early. And
plus,
Patreon
cool exclusive reviews.
Yes.
They ain't going anywhere but Patreon. That dollar goes a long way.
It gets you some exclusivity.
Gives you a whole exclusive podcast plus 2 shows early.
2 whole shows.
I don't think that's you're saying it like that, but I don't think that's an unfair amount of money, like $1.
No, I'm not saying I think it's more than fair. $1 a month to get all your favorite podcasts from the Editor's Note Comics Podcast Network. A whole early
week or day. There's one up right now for Buffy. It's an editorial one, the first of its kind.
Oh wow,
the first of 2. It's a whole 2-part series.
Groundbreaking, trend-setting, paradigm-shifting podcast.
I mean, we drank a bunch of wine before it.
Oh.
I still think it came out good.
Well, good for you. So yeah, also $5 a month gets you, or just one $5 donation gets you to be a Duke or Duchess of the podcast, in which you get your name done in a fancy medieval type sounder, which is really exciting from our friend Sound Guy. You can also visit the store 210 Water Street in Hollowell. Any sales going on? Black Friday and Small Business Saturday coming up.
Goddamn right there are sales. What are those sales, you ask?
All right, what are
you
those?
didn't ask in time. It's buy 2 get 1 free on graphic novels, plus on comics and collectibles that aren't new releases, 25% off.
He's giving them away.
Just roll in that. Just buy them up. You're like, oh, I can't imagine a
Friday.
Just rub them all over your body.
Saturday.
Well, I mean, it's going on right now. It's not just
now.
Those come out Wednesday and Thursday. But
Well-
you're running out of time. Because also, side note, I'm not doing this again before the end of the year for Christmas shopping. So if you want to get this, you get it now.
Not open on Thursday, though, for Thanksgiving.
Of course. But
Knowing you would, though. Like, you're like, oh, I could make $1. Someone could come in and need some turkey.
no, I don't do that. There is one store in this state that does that. I will not name names. It's not hard to figure out who it is, though. Where they don't close. I'm like,
Ella Bean?
no, a comic shop. There's one comic shop. I'm like, you're insane and have no life.
Oh.
They're in Lewiston.
Ella Bean doesn't close, though,
Also,
on
it's
Thanksgiving.
Zimmy's. They're insane.
Oh.
If you want to buy comics on Thanksgiving, go to Zimmy's, because I sure it ain't going to be open.
Wait a minute. Ella Bean's closed on Thanksgiving.
I don't even know.
I don't.
I'm not going to go shopping on Thanksgiving.
No, I'm going to.
I have to go see my in-laws, and then I have to go see you.
And Mike.
And Mike.
You don't have to. You're actively choosing.
Yeah, that's true.
Because they're gonna. So talk to me about what's gonna be on your plate. What are you gonna? Are you?
I haven't thought about this. I don't know.
Come on.
We'll be back next week.
No. Answer the question. Okay, I got a couple of Thanksgiving related questions.
Probably a brownie or something. I don't know.
No. Okay, light meat or dark meat?
For me?
Yeah.
Light mostly, but I'm not that picky.
No, yeah.
Fine either way.
Okay, mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
Gravy on everything.
Sure.
Do you like stuffing?
Yeah.
Are you gonna have the stuffing that's like real bread stuffing that you shove up the turkey's ass?
I'm not making it.
No, but do you prefer like the shove it up the ass stuffing or the stovetop stuffing?
I don't care. It's all fine.
Come on, man. Okay, this is.
You think I'm gonna bitch about something I'm not making?
Are you gonna do table wine?
I'm not doing anything.
Well, no.
Are you
gonna bring anything to the in-laws?
I don't even know. I haven't talked about it.
It's okay.
I'm not doing anything.
No, so Zach really isn't doing anything.
I'm driving.
Okay.
I'm the chauffeur.
Okay, here's a question. Legitimate question. Your cranberry sauce. Jelly, like out of the can, or berry?
I mean, I prefer the berry, but, I'm not going to be picky.
Emily says it's homemade stuffing. So that's the stuffing that you stuff into the bird. It's legitimate stuffing.
Shove it up its ass.
Yeah, it's yeah.
Cut its throat and shove it up its ass.
Well, the throat's already been cut. You have to take the neck out, though.
And the poo.
No, that's already been done. I'm trying to think of what else. Corn? Do you get to go with the corn?
Corn's fine. I like
You
corn.
throw some corn down there. Favorite pie?
Cob or otherwise.
What's the pie of choice?
I guess if it were me, I'd say pumpkin or apple.
Okay, those are both acceptable. I'll probably hit up the pumpkin and the chocolate cream pie. I do love chocolate cream pie.
You would.
What does that even mean? It's delicious. With the Cool Whip?
I'm not going to engage that.
Come on.
No,
you know you want to. Do you do the whipped cream or Cool Whip?
I don't care. Neither. I'm not.
What?
I'm not a big sugar guy. We know this.
Oh my! You suck at this holiday. You suck at Thanksgiving.
I like it nude, baby. I just want it bare.
Do you like making the hot turkey sandwiches afterwards? Like getting the leftover turkey and making all the leftovers?
My leftovers are never heated. Every leftover is always cold in my world.
Come on.
That's how I live.
No, I think almost the best part about Thanksgiving are the leftovers. At me, at Junior Rich on the Twitter. Tell me what's the best part of Thanksgiving? Come on, Ed Heads.
I can't wait.
At Junior Rich, JUNIORRICH.
I can't wait to see you on another major holiday because we spend all of them together.
Damn right.
Somehow.
We didn't spend New Year's together last year.
No, I was like, I don't want to.
But you're going to this year.
No, I'm not.
I'm going to come over to your house then.
I opted out. I didn't want to.
I'll opt in.
I didn't want to volunteer myself to help with children. I said, nope, I'm going to drink wine and go to bed at a reasonable hour.
Well, see, this is the beginning of Friends season. It's like we have a perpetual Festivus.
And a lot of problems with you people.
And every Tuesday is the airing of the grievances.
All right, we'll be back next week. It's Creed season, baby.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
We're Rocky fans, and we're going to rock Rocky 8. We'll just bring it to you. I'll be honest, we're probably going to like it just because we're biased. But who the hell cares? Rocky time, Creed 2.
We're going to have the happiest Thanksgiving this side of the nut house.
My ring's outside.
Bye-bye.
We'll be back.